everybody, Mr. Flanders here, and we are at our last science lesson for distance learning. Today's it, guys. Unless something changes between now and the time that I recorded this video and when school is supposed to start. I mean, this is it. We're in the classroom tomorrow. And first off, I apologize, because that means you are now going to be seeing me every day in person. But I digress. For now, though, let's go ahead and keep talking about plants, okay? Because I am getting a little bit silly and crazy just talking to myself. Let's talk about plants. Plants, as I said, come in many different shapes, many different sizes, okay? The one thing that they do generally have in common, though, are sprouts. And sprouts are when the plants start coming out of the ground. They're really tiny usually, and most of the time they all look the same, at least at the start. Things do change, though, and then the leaves get, they can either get fat, they can get thin, they can get big, they can get tiny. It just depends upon what type of plant you're talking about, what type of plant you put in the ground. All right? But the first thing that they all have in common, where they all kind of look the same, is when they sprout. All right? And that's what our worksheet's going to be about today, is when a plant sprouts. Not like this guy, who has already sprouted, though, and is already an old plant that I've had for years. No, sprouts do not look like this. Sprouts are small, sprouts are tiny, and you're going to see it in your worksheet in just a second. So either go ahead and get your packet ready, get your Schoology stuff ready, because we're going to jump into the lesson and keep our conversation going about sprouts. I'll see you there. Howdy-ho, neighborino. This is Mr. Flanders, and welcome to the last day, hopefully, of distance learning for science. Before we begin, please start off by writing your name at the top of your paper, as well as the date. The date is 9/30/20. That stands for September 30th, 2020. Remember, the 9 is the month of September, the 30 is the day, and the 20 is the year, 2020. Okay. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to read this passage about sprouts, and then we are going to answer question 1 and question 2. Now, when I say we, I actually mean you. I will read the question for you, read you the answers, and you get to pick which is the correct answer. For question 2, you get to actually create your own answer. All right. If at any point I'm going too fast or you need a break, please feel free to pause the video. Here we go. Sprouts grow out of the tops of seeds. They often look alike. It's kind of like what we were talking about with the plants. When plants get bigger, they grow leaves. Leaves come in many shapes and sizes. Scientists use leaves to tell plants apart. Now, if you remember, I was saying that some plants have fat leaves, some plants have tiny leaves, some have thin leaves, some have great big bushy leaves. Now, all plants are generally different. Not plant types, just plants. And there's a difference in that too, and we'll get more into that in another lesson. But all plants that have sprouts, generally the sprouts look pretty similar. But as they start to grow, that's when we see them become different. It's kind of like babies. Most babies all look the same. Bald, tiny, and angry. But as they grow, they turn into little humans that aren't so angry. But enough about babies. Let's talk about sprouts. Number 1. A scientist sees a sprout. A sprout right here. Can the scientist tell what kind of plant is growing? A. Yes, because all sprouts are different. Or B. No, because sprouts often look alike. I'll read it one more time. A scientist sees a sprout. Can the scientist tell what kind of plant is growing? And you can either say yes, because all sprouts are different, or no, because all sprouts often look alike. Think about that for a second, my friends. And then, question 2. What is a question the scientist might ask about the sprout? What I need my friends to do is come up with a question to ask about the sprout. Okay, you could say the scientist might ask, is it a dark green? Is it a light green sprout? Are there any leaves that are on it so far? Stuff like that. I really want you guys to get creative with it, okay? For now, though, I am going to go ahead and get going. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Otherwise, this is it, guys. We're in the classroom tomorrow, and it is super exciting to think about. Oh my goodness. Craziness. All right, well, you guys finish this up. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the classroom, and I will see you all tomorrow, but definitely reach out if you have questions today. All right? I'll catch up with you soon. Bye, everyone.